In this video we share our experience how to learn flying in a few months. From the ability of flying paper plane over the first flights with an RTF model, to be able to flying a 157 km per hour model. We will share where we came from, our first contact with a ready-to-fly model, buying some wrong planes, using a simulator, as well as building and flying the first wing from a kit. Our point of departure was that we are two men in the mid-40s. We had both experience with RC-controlled cars in the use, some short touch with a drone, no experience with RC airplanes at all. Just for fun, we bought two of really small and nearly the cheapest RC-controlled airplanes on AliExpress that had some gyro flight stabilization modes on board, and we said we'd give it a try, and expectation to those planes were really low. Surprisingly, the capabilities of those planes are quite good. With enabled gyro stabilization, it's really easy to make the first round. So this clip shows our fourth or fifth flight. We are maybe a little bit special about that, but we were proud like kids when the plane was over our heads. Definitely do. The plane is such lightweight that it survived several beginner landings. Experienced pilots would maybe even call it crashed. The gyro is awesome. So with enabled gyro stabilization, all the easy crash situations that you get with a plane without gyro is avoided. To have that plane before having a bigger plane, it's really useful because the plane is really slow and you can train this left-right steering in the real world, and it makes more fun than practicing in a simulator. In our case, everything went right with this cheap charging and lipos, but maybe fire-resistant charging back would be helpful. Impressed by the quality of the first plane, we decided to buy more ready-to-fly planes. One was the Super Cub 500, which is similar to the Volantex 761-1. Just a little bit bigger and has more battery capacity. The drawback of that plane was basically the price. It's a little bit more costly than the 7611, but basically has no benefit towards that one. The charging time was about 3 times than the one of the 761, and this was the biggest drawback of that plane. The other plane was an Edge A430. This plane comes with a bigger motor, and we thought this is the next step. It has also an additional channel for control. But it turned out that even in the first flight we crashed the one and it was broken, we had to repair, and also in the second flight we broke it again, and that was a point where we said, okay, this plane does not bring us further. In the end, this step could have been avoided. Instead of buying more planes that are ready to fly, we could have started with our first kit and maybe bridging with a simulator. So buying those additional planes from our point of view is definitely a don't. Our next step was in front of the PC. We used the Multiplex Multiflight Simulator. A limited version comes for free. Both of us were practicing to fly a plane without gyro stabilization in the simulator. This was an invaluable step because we had plenty of crashes without any cost. With a simulator, you can do all the weird stuff you would never do in reality. Once we felt comfortable, we went for the next step. The simulator is definitely a do. Our next step was building a cheap wing from a kit. Here we decided for the dancing wing, hobbies flying wing that has a wingspan of 60 centimeters. The prices of the components go up and down, but you are able to build that plane with about 50 euros of component cost, excluding the transmitter. Transmitters maybe start at 60 euros. In order to build the wing, you should have a hot glue pistol to glue these components together. Further, you should have the possibility to solder some wires or connectors to the electronic components. In this clip you can see one of our first maiden flights in the wild.
Das ist eh zu klein. Also ich sehe es.
With the practice from the simulator, we were able to fly this wing quite securely in the real, despite it's much faster than the ready-to-fly models. So the wing is definitely a do again. Of course, there's no video without disclaimer. Of course, it's a bold statement that we say we can fly. There's more to learn than just staying in the air.